Hello everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot and Astrology. I'm Denise, and I have a question from Deb Z. She wants to know what about Clarence having health issues and choosing to retire, she's asking. But I also wanted to give a shout out over to Lisa at Spirit Intuitive Tarot, and she did a live stream and covered everything that had to do with Jenny Thomas, so you might want to take a look at that. But meanwhile, I'm going to focus in on Clarence again, even though he has his own playlist. You might want to check out those videos because I think I've looked at it before. But let's do an update. Okay, let me bring the camera down overhead and I'll get this going. Hold on. Okay, so I'm using Ciro Marchetti's Kipper to check into his health, to check into Clarence Thomas's health. But just to know, I know that I've done several, well, I think at least 3 videos on him already. Check in my playlist. If you go to my video library, it says like home, about, I think, or maybe about's over here. It goes like home, something, something, and then I think it goes home videos. And I don't know what's, like which order, but there's a category, or there's a drop-down menu. If you click on playlists and go to, I did one for each of the judges, except I didn't do Kataji Brown Jackson's. I haven't done that yet, and I don't feel that I need to because they were all karmic readings on each one of the judges. So that's in there in one playlist, but then in another playlist, I have Clarence and Jenny Thomas. And so you might have to read their or watch their readings, where they're in there together. I'm not sure if I did one on just him. I'm positive I did an astrology reading on him once. So, yeah. Anyway, let's see what we can get here with 10 cards. Just to check in to see how's he doing with his health. And to honor Deb Z, honor her question about what about him having health issues and maybe choosing to retire. Let's try that. Oh, and also you guys, check out Lisa's channel at Spirit Intuitive Tarot, because she did a live stream Tuesday night, I think. Yeah, she did. So that would have been, I don't know, what would have been the date there? The 12th, I think, October 12th. And she read on no one except Clarence Thomas for 45 minutes or so. So check that out. So let's see what comes through with his health. Current state of health. Clarence Thomas. So there's Jenny. I think they do have a daughter. Okay. This is interesting. So I might have to do some cards on top, but let's see what we have as a baseline here. Hope you guys are doing well and are experiencing a little warmer weather than I am. I keep having this, it's like, it's not like it actually is. 38 to 40 degrees at night and then 80 degrees during the day. So I wake up in the morning and my house is cold, but I don't dare turn the heater on because it's going to be 80 outside. But if I open up all the windows, doors and windows to warm things up, then it gets too hot and I might have to turn on the air conditioning in the evening, which is just crazy, right? So I go around the house all day freezing and then, trying to stay warm. Until about noon or 1 o'clock. So, okay, I'm going to check out what's on the bottom, too. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, and then his card's there. Okay. So, but the baseline here is, well, let's go with the theme. I don't know who this mature man is in his life. This isn't him. His card is actually here. I know he looks nothing like that, but this is the person you're reading on, and then that's their spouse or main squeeze or whatever, you know. So I'm thinking maybe this is his support, other support of, elderly men who've been in bed with him for years in a successful way to try to control their reality. And he has received gifts from them and the teamwork to provide that support. And this is Jenny Thomas, of course, that has been, they've been in it together. And she's, of course, been very deceitful. I don't know if they have a daughter. I forget. I should have looked that up. This can be a daughter, but could also be a younger friend who's wealthy and creative. But regardless, Jenny does not like the fact that she's probably, from her having to speak to the January 6th committee. She lied. Whatever she said, she lied. Whatever she said to them, she lied. And she did it to just, control her family, the clan that she, to control her stability, the stability for her family and the clan of which she belongs, which is probably very, we've got some reverse, I don't know if you call it reverse racism or whatever going on with her, but her hatred for, she's crazy. What can I say? She was in a cult when she was younger. She has mental problems. And I don't know who this younger person is that they've been, in cahoots together. I can't say that this is the public's heiress because she's 72. She's, I think, older than Jenny. But this is somebody younger. I don't know, maybe it's like Marjorie Taylor Greene or Boebert. I don't know. But if we take the people out, except for you never do that with the main characters, but when it comes to the privileged lady or the ambitious young man or the mature man or the mature woman, they can be the cards can just be stand-ins for the energy and consciousness. And the mature man, it has to do with somebody who's strong and kind of, can give can kind of be the stand-in for a dad, supportive dad, fatherly kind of advice. But it can also be a colleague. So this could be Alito. This could be, the other ones that are aligned with him and have been for years because all of those cards are there. But notice I don't have any health cards. So let's look at what was at the bottom. The family room brings in the element of I'll just do it this way. Let's just do this. The family room brings in the element of anybody in his intimate circle, and they have their reputation together, whatever, but it's all restricted now, kind of closed off. I don't know if somebody's going to be locked up about it, but at the least this is being stuck in a rigid frame of mind. It's about secrets as well, so there's always that. And then this has to do, it's kind of hard to mess this card up. You have to have a lot of negative cards around it, and we do, right? So he's in this place of depression, of being very, very worried and stressed out. Serious issues with this card here. It's even a card of self-destruction. It's just about the only card in the deck that really has to do with, well, unless we had like the military, whatever, with it. But I feel like there's like some inner type of violence going on with him. And then here's his card. Here's his mental thoughts, strategies, whatever. Wow. Here's how he's, this mofo's been bribed. He's been bribed in the past. And he's probably still taking new bribes. Oh my goodness. And then there we have that he's willing to risk that. I wonder if he could get caught someday and this would be an actual imprisonment. I mean, that would be great. If I keep going, I mean, we just have change, communications, occupation. But as far as health, I mean, we have a lot of cards here, and I still don't see a health problem. But I think I had a health problem in the past. I'm pretty sure in those other readings. But maybe that was just the stress of his wife, and maybe things have calmed down now. Maybe he's made a deal to not hold anything over. He's probably made a deal to hold back with any, dissent, so that Trump gets the justice over his head that he has coming down, right? I mean, because we do have like that 6-3, problem with SCOTUS. So, and they did just the other day, they told Trump to take a hike, with not even one person dissenting. They all agreed that they would not take on the appeal that Trump was trying to push through. Because the DOJ asked them not to, because Merrick Garland asked them not to. And they complied. They said, okay, we won't, bottom line. But I don't have cards here. Hold on, let me get these. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if they're straight up or not. I'm just going to pull them out this way. I don't see a health issue yet. Maybe my guides are wanting us to get a different backstory for now, because that's definitely coming through. I do know that they are like, he and Jenny are just like very, very codependent on each other and joined at the hip that way. Like, I don't know if she was an attorney or she had her own money in the beginning or whatever, her own connections, but she is at this point in time financially dependent on him, and he's emotionally dependent on her. So they've got that hook in there with each other. Yeah, okay. So resigning, retiring. Let's see if we can get one of those cards coming through. Because so far we have, I mean, with the imprisonment card, there's a restriction, and you're feeling alone and isolated, and you're in something you can't get out of. But, and it's often my card of secrets hanging over him. He's worried that they'll come out. But does that mean that he'll resign? Let's see. Let's check it out. Will he resign? Well, there's some examination of people who were bought and paid for. Gee, who could that be? Here we have some communication, some documents, maybe recorded messages. This would be any type of communication. He's obsessing about it, and he's very mentally ill. I mean, of course he is. Has been all his life. There's some changes coming through. All right, let me do one more layer here. Changes coming through. Okay. And this is him on the bench, thieving, distracting, conniving, doing whatever he wanted. Now he's, worried about it. Change is definitely coming down for him. Now, there's that. There's the resignation card. Wow. There is a possibility he could resign. Because he doesn't want to experience being investigated and going through any type of a judicial process, like any type of a grand jury trial or whatever. Yeah, because he's feeling stuck. Right, so the change, if something does happen, the change would be for him to, you know what? I don't feel like it's it. He knows the rules and regulations around treason. He knows the rules and regulations around bribery. If something were to come out about that, yeah, he definitely, absolutely would resign. And this card, knighting to these two, yeah. So, okay, I can't say for sure that he would resign, but if he does, we'll know why. And it's because he's been bribed. That's what I'm getting. Okay, all right. Well, that's it for this one. Thanks, Deb, for a great question. Okay, take care, you guys. Bye.